Boston, it has become a fall tradition. The World Series plays on with Yasmani Grandal watching from the dugout. For the second consecutive year, Grandal has been displaced as the Dodgers' starting catcher at the most important time of year. Last fall, Austin Barnes started 13 of the Dodgers' 15 postseason games. This time, Barnes made his fifth consecutive start when he took the field for Game 1 of the World Series on Tuesday night. It's a turn of events that must be difficult for Grandal to accept. Difficult. Grandal responded to that suggestion. "I'll say it just like I said it at the beginning of the year, if it ends up I have to sit on the bench and we get a World Series ring, then that's what it takes. I'm going into free agency with a World Series ring." Most observers feel Grandal's defensive breakdowns in the NLCS. He committed 2 errors, one on a catcher's interference, and was charged with 2 passed balls in Game 1 have cost him dearly in terms of his market value this winter. Grandal, meanwhile, explains away those mistakes, letting out an audible sigh when asked if he was just in a defensive slump. "All right, I'll put it this way," he said. "How much control do I have on a ball that hits the dirt? That's the best way I can put it. How many guys did I throw out during the 2 series? If you're strictly basing a defensive slump off of 3 blocks that could have gone either way, 3 blocks that I talked to 3-4 other catchers about and they've all told me the same thing. If you go off of those 3, then I guess you can say I'm in a slump." After the 2 passed balls in Game 1, Grandal said he watched video and diagnosed the problem. He was too flat-footed in his setup, affecting his positioning when he dropped to block a ball. "That has been completely fixed," he said. The third block Grandal referred to was ruled a wild pitch by Kenta Maeda, allowing a run to score from third in the Dodgers' Game 6 loss to the Brewers. "The Maeda ball was a 50-footer and I still got down, it still hit me," Grandal said. "When you think back to that play, it's one of those things where you get down and hope it hits you soft enough that you keep it down. You've got one of the best defensive catchers in the game in Gold Glove winner, Martin Maldonado, and he's blocking balls where they hit him dead on, the way it should be hitting, and the ball's going other places. You've got Brewers catcher, Eric Kratz, same thing, an LA ball hits him perfectly and it goes somewhere else. There's nothing you can control as soon as that ball hits the dirt." Grandal has not produced offensively either. He is 3 for 24 this postseason and 7 for 70 in 4 postseasons with the Dodgers. A streaky hitter, even Dodgers manager Dave Roberts has acknowledged as much. Grandal has never been on a good streak during October. He gives credit to the Brewers pitching staff for holding him in check during the NLCS and blames himself for doing a horrendous job by continuing to not make an adjustment in that series. But he takes umbrage at being labeled a streaky hitter, even if his statistics repeatedly show it. "The numbers definitely show it," he said. "The numbers also show I played almost 140 games this year. The numbers also show that, in the last 3-4 years I've been one of the best hitting catchers in the league. If you can say I'm streaky, then go ahead and say I'm streaky. The numbers also show if I played in any other park in the big leagues I'd be hitting over .280 and I'd be hitting 30 homers. I don't think there's anything streaky about that." Roberts has not ruled out starting Grandal at some point in the World Series and will likely use him as a pinch hitter. But his preference for Barnes again this fall is clear. "Austin's still got to play well," Roberts said. "He's still got to play well on both sides of the ball. He's still got to have good at-bats. He's still got to receive well and do the things he does. But right now, I just think the net, he has played better. But we'll see. You don't want to close a door. You still evaluate every night." Also, the Dodgers added left-hander Scott Alexander to their roster for the World Series, dropping rookie Caleb Ferguson. "We just felt that having a lefty that can pitch every night to face a particular left-handed hitter, we just didn't think Caleb could do that," Roberts said.